Mataji, live started. You want me to start? Okay.
Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. This is our Sunday presentation call, wherein we have Krishna Caitanya, who's going to speak on the glories of the Bhagavad Gita. He's going to present to us about Gita Mahatmya. So this is a short introduction about Krishna Caitanya. Krishna Caitanya is 10 years old and he's from Tallahassee, Florida. He will be in 5th grade this August. He took aspiring from His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj last November. He loves reading Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita and he enjoys kitchen service and deity service. And Krishna Caitanya was a very, very active participant of the Bhakti Sangha Kids Camp. He was present in the Govinda sessions, and we have had the great fortune of interacting with this very wonderful child. He's now ready to present to us. Krishna Caitanya, you can. Yeah. His parents are Satyaraj Das, Achyuta Preyasi Tulasi Devi Dasi Matajis. So, Krishna Caitanya, you can now take over. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Once again, it will take me some time. Yes, I'm trying, but it looks like it's folded, Daddy. It's frozen. It's frozen. I keep pressing it. That's the 3rd time I pressed it. Hare Krishna all. Namo Om Vishwabadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Iti Namane Namo Acharya Padaya Nritakapapradayane Gaurikata Damadaya Nagrakravatarine Namo Om Vishwabadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavade Pashyata Prasatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangayate Giram Yat Kripa Kamalam Vande Shri Gurum Tinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hare Om Tatshat. Hare Krishna all. As Machati said, my name is Krishna Chaitanya, and today I will read a story on Gita Mahatmya, and it was spoken from the Padma Purana. Just a short introduction. So, some people say, why do we need to know the glories of Bhagavad Gita? Because simply what we could do is we could just hold the Bhagavad Gita, flip its pages and read the slokas, translation and purport made from A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So people ask, why do we need to know the glories of Bhagavad Gita? Here's my explanation that I figured out. Lord Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita 16.23, Yashastra vidhim utsrujya vartate kamakarataha nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. Translation: he who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So what it means is that instead of reading by ourselves without the help of a guru or the Lord, then we can never understand the Bhagavad Gita, and it will be a bit hard to get what is going on in the Bhagavad Gita. But if we have firm faith in the words of Krishna and all the acharyas, then it will be more easier for us to understand the Bhagavad Gita. So now I shall start the glories of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Our story is called Susharma, the Bull and the Parrot. So here are the story notes. So once there was a crude Brahmana named Susharma, and he would never chant the names of Lord Vishnu, read the Bhagavad Gita, nor chant the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Instead, what he would do is he would sell banana leaves, and with that money he would use them on wine and meat, not on Krishna consciousness. As he was living this sinful life, getting the banana leaves, one day while doing that, he was bit by a snake and died. Then he was taken to hell and got a judgment. Seeing all the sinful activities that the Shushama has done, Lord Yamaraja made him get a bull body. Later, he came down to earth as a bull and was bought by a crippled man, or more of a cruel man. For 7 to 8 years, he was overloaded with one sec. Oh, okay. So, for 7 to 8 years, he would work. And then one day, he was overloaded with a heavy load and he fell down unconscious. People who saw this, they gathered around the bull and offered their blessings. In that crowd, there was an unchaste woman, and she offered her merits to the bull. But she was very unsure if she had performed any pious activities. The bull then died and was later taken to Lord Yamaraja for judgment. Then he was.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya. I'm so sorry to disturb you, but is there some background loud noise behind or some chanting behind? Because I think along with your voice, that voice is also coming up. I don't know whether it is for me only, for everyone.
Okay, Machati, 1 second. Machati, can you hear any background noise along with my speaking now, Machati?
Now I think it should be okay. If that volume is reduced, we are fine.
Mataji, if he has this one speaker, he can use it. Voice will come nice. Krishna Chaitanya.
Okay. Is my voice clear for everybody now?
No, your voice is clear, but still background noise is coming. If you have a speaker or earphone, it will.
Can you use headsets?
Headsets, yeah.
How is it now, Machati? Because
it still is there, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. When you're speaking, it comes from behind. Yeah, okay. Now it is not there. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Machati. It must be a chanting machine.
Thank you so much, Krishna Chaitanya. Sorry to disturb you.
Yes. Okay. So after he fell down unconscious and was given the merit from that unchaste woman, the bull died and was taken back to hell to Yamaraja for judgment. He saw everything of Shushama as the bull, but at the last point when he saw the unchaste woman giving her merits to him, he then gave Sushama a birth on earth as a high-class Brahmana. Sushama then came down to earth as a high-class Brahmana. He could also remember his previous life, so he was looking for that unchaste woman. When he found that unchaste woman, he introduced himself as Sushama, and then he said, "My dear lady, how did you get these kind of merits? I'm very curious." The lady says, "My dear sir, I have a parrot in my house, and it recites some hymns that purify my heart. Come, let us go talk to that parrot." Oh, 1 second. Something is covering my words. 1 second. Yes. So then they meet the parrot. And the parrot tells his story. "In my previous birth, I was a cruel and jealous Brahmana. I would chastise the learned. When I left my body, I was awarded with this parrot birth. And so, due to my other sins, when I hatched out of my egg, my mother and father were dead, and I was on the hot sands. And so, luckily, some sages found me, took me to their ashram, and then did their pious activities. They would also chant the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. I had memorized those slokas, and then a couple of days later, Some thieves stole me and sold me to this good lady. Sushama, learning the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, attained spiritual liberation and back to Godhead. So thus end the first chapter of Gita Mahatmya. Yes. I'm trying to go forward. 1 second, Machati. Why is it not going forward? Handwriting. Okay. 1 second, Machati. Okay. So we should always some life lessons to learn from this story is we should always follow the 4 regulative principles. That is no meat eating, no intoxication, and no gambling, and no illicit sex. So another lesson is whatever we do in our previous birth as a human, Yamaraja, Lord of Death, will then decide what he wants to do with us. Should he punish us or due to our activities or send us back to our real home, back to Godhead, to be with our eternal Father, Lord Krishna. Another reason is when we hear the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, read the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, or even get the merits of reading or hearing the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there is a 100% chance that we get spiritual liberation. And with spiritual liberation, you can go back to Godhead. So that is a life lesson. And this chapter is for all the souls this chapter is for Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So this, 1 second. This chapter is the glories of the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and it's called The Prince Saves the King. So, once in the holy land of Korbapur, there's a temple of Mahalakshmi. And then one day, a handsome prince in Korbapur arrives at the Lakshmi temple. He had refreshed himself at a tirtha called Marikan Tirtha and later offered his prayers to his ancestor. Later, arriving at the altar at Mahalakshmi, he falls to her feet and prays, "O wife of the creator of this universe, who would not worship you? Or please accept my humble obeisances unto you." Lord Lakshmi is pleased with his prayers and then appears before him. She says, "My dear child, I am pleased with your prayers. Please ask me for a boon." The prince then says, "My dear Devi, I am the son of King Brahadratra, and he couldn't complete the Ashwamedha sacrifice because he died in the middle of it. I'm positive that I could finish it, but the sacrificial horse has been stolen. Please give me some shelter." Lakshmi Devi then tells him, "There is a Brahmana at the front of my temple. If you go to him, he can give you your help." The prince then finds the Brahmana and tells his story. He then begs for help. The Brahmana then says, "Okay, let us go to your king first." Then they get to the king. He's in a tub full of in pure oil. Then the Brahmana gets the prince out of the tub of oil, chants some sacred prayers, and sprinkles holy water on him. The king suddenly awakens as if he... The king then asks, "Who are you?" The prince then narrates what has happened from the Mahalakshmi temple to here. Then both the king and prince ask, "How did you get this much power?" The Brahman tells both of them, "Every day I read the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita." The king and prince request, "Will you please teach us the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita?" The Brahmin accepts the request, and both the king and prince, along with the Brahmana, learn the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, get spiritual liberation, and go back to Godhead. Thus end the 12th chapter of Gita Mahatmya. there is a, oh, 1 sec. Oops. There is some life lessons in here also. So when we study the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, our lives become very perfect in spiritual realization and spiritual lives. And when we also read the 12th chapter every day, just like how the Brahmana helped the king and prince go back to their real home and not our material home, he brought them back to Godhead. And when we also read the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita daily and pass the benefits to the people who are suffering, especially with COVID-19 this year, we can save them by reading the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So Prabhupada ki jai. So this chapter has a sloka that a very important sloka that I found. Bhagavad Gita 12.15. Yasminno dvijate loko lokano dvijate chaya har samarsa bayodvege muktoya sacha me priyaha. Okay. Thank you. Does anybody have, thank you for being present. Does anybody have any questions?
Hare
I have a question.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Krishna Caitanya. Thank you so much for such a fantastic presentation. These stories from the Gita Mahatmya are not so much known to many of us, and when you explain them, it is really, really wonderful, especially the glories of the 12th chapter and how you can practically apply it by passing on the merit of reading the 12th chapter to someone who's suffering. Very, very well done, Krishna Chaitanya. So now what we are going to do is we are going to open the forum for questions, and all the children who have questions can ask Krishna Chaitanya, and Krishna Chaitanya will be very happy to answer you. If you have any comments or realization for Krishna Chaitanya, feel free to share that. So that is what we'll be doing now. And after that, after the question answers are done, after that, we will have quick presentations by different age groups based on what they have learned throughout the week. Okay, so now I'm just going to unmute you all one by one. You can raise hands so that we can unmute you and allow you to ask your question. So I see Kushi has raised hand. I'm unmuting Kushi. Go ahead, Kushi.
My question is, when he got bite by the snake, I couldn't hear what happened next. What happened next?
Oh, then since of his very sinful activities, he went to everybody goes to hell first. If they do pious activities and no sin has been found in them, then they go back to Godhead. But if there's some bad things in them, then they suffer for that in hell. Sushama hadn't done really, he hadn't done anything pious or anything good. So then after being bit by the snake, which was one of his karma, he then suffered in hell. And then he took that bull body. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Krishna Chaitanya.
May I know who this is? Yes, Prabhu? May I know who this is?
Okay. So Ashwita, you can ask your question.
How did they get the bowl with the for the person who got dead?
Susharma?
Yeah.
Because of his sinful things that he did in the in his human form, because of that, his sins led him to have a bull body on earth.
I have a question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
My question is,
May I know?
did he get bit by a snake?
Yeah,
Why
we can
did he
go.
get bit by a snake?
Can you repeat that, please?
Why did he get bit by the snake?
Oh, that was because of his karma, because he wouldn't do any pious good activities, right?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, we have Mishti. Mishti, you can ask your question.
Krishna Chaitanya, I have a question. Like, you said there's some important verse, 12.15.
Yes.
What's the translation of the verse?
Translation, I haven't gotten the translation of that one. I copied it from my Gita Mahatmya book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'll try to find the that translation of 12.15, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, one of us can find that for you and read it right away. Meanwhile, I think Shreyansh had a question. Shreyansh, you can go ahead.
So what happens when you like die?
When you die?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens is when you die, when your soul leaves the body, you will go to Pluto or hell. And so when you reach there, you'll be seen by Lord Yamaraj. He will see if you had done any pious activities or any sinful activities. If you had done if you do pious activities, you go to heaven. If you do sinful activities, you go to hell. But it also depends that if you can go back to Godhead at the time of death is if you are like Krishna conscious and are very pure in the Krishna consciousness.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and we have the translation for 12:15. It says, "He by whom no one is put into difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone, whose equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me." This is Krishna telling that a person who is equipoised is very, very dear to him. Okay. So who else? Let me check if someone else has questions. Shraddha. Shraddha can go next.
What's the difference in hell and heaven?
Oh, hell and heaven?
Yes.
Okay, so the difference between hell and heaven is that heaven is where you get to enjoy things. There you enjoy lots of good stuff. But hell, it's not a myth. That is one. That's very important. And two, it's you suffer there a lot, like for your sins that you did.
Oh.
Yeah, there are a lot of punishments. There are different kind of punishments. Like if you do like for intoxication, what they do is they get some hot rod and put it in your mouth. That is one punishment that I know for intoxication.
Okay.
Yes.
Crystal clear answers, Krishna Chaitanya. Very nice. Anyone else has any questions for Krishna Chaitanya? Okay. So now the adults can go ahead, ask your questions or your comments or your realizations for Krishna Chaitanya.
Thank you so much, Krishna Chaitanya. It was so nice. You did the presentation on Gita Mahatmya, and so many devotees of others, and they may not know the stories. We may know the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, but behind this, every chapter there is a related story from Padma Purana. Thank you, Krishna Chaitanya, for coming and doing this presentation. It's very inspiring. You did very nicely.
Thank you, Machate.
And those who are inspired to do future presentations, we will be texting the number of Anjana Gopika Mataji here on the chat. You can pick up that number and coordinate with her, and you can be in the line for the next few presentations.
Yes. Also, I send the notification for the classes. You can directly see the my number in the group also, and then you can text me if anybody want to do the presentation. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya. Wonderful.
Thank you.
So it is really like something which nobody has done it as yet in this on this forum. So it was wonderful that you.
Thank you.
It is wonderful that you have taken up this topic. So Krishna Chaitanya, what influenced you, or what was your motivation to take up that topic?
My motivation, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, I'm a real fan of knowing the reasons of behind some things, like what is the reason behind Krishna consciousness, what is the reason behind the Srimad Bhagavatam. So then I found this book in my house called Gita Mahatmya that I just told, and soon I started reading it. I really liked it, so I started reading it over and over again, and later I started telling this to my parents. So that's how I got motivated. And then once I joined Bhakti Sangha Japa group, then telling one of the Gita Mahatmya stories to my mom, then I got the idea I could probably present my realization to Bhakti Sangha Japa group, because I've also seen other kids do that. The first time I saw a kid doing that presentation, I really wanted to do the Gita Mahatmya one, so that's how I got motivated.
Thank you so much. One more follow-up question, Krishna Chaitanya. Could you tell your friends and all the teachers how did you get influenced by the Bhakti Sangha Japa group?
Oh, it all started when my dad showed me this message by Shubha Vilas Prabhu. Shubha Vilas Prabhu. And then my dad showed me this flyer of it, and I was like, "What is this, Papa?" My dad said it's from a group named Bhakti Sangha Japa group, and it would be really good if you join it, because then my dad told it's Anjana Gopika Machati is teaching the Srimad Bhagavatam slokas. And then the first time I joined, I got the Kunti Uvacha Namasya Purusham Twadhyam that Anjana Gopika Machati teaches. So then that's how I got influenced by Bhakti Sangha Japa group, and then slowly I started attending, and then finally now I attend daily the Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Whenever I find out that there's a class on Bhakti Sangha, if I can, I join.
Very good. So now you are our regular Govinda kid, huh? Soon we'll go to Madhava kid. Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Krishna Chaitanya, for your inspiration.
Yes, Machati.
Hare Krishna. Hare Good.
Thank you, Machati.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, very nice, very beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
Using such a wonderful topic. I really liked it.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya. That is a nice presentation.
Thank you.
I have another question.
Yes.
One of the punishments were that you said one of the punishments were they pour hot water in your mouth, but you said when your soul will leave the body, then you won't have a body to drink the hot water in.
Oh, no. There's actually, once you enter into hell, then suddenly you get a body. That body, no matter if you burn it and put fire on it, it won't die. But you will still feel the pain of the fire. And number two, it's not hot water, it's a hot iron rod that they put in your mouth for intoxication. You can feel that burn because of the body, the special body you get. And then once you leave hell, that body will slowly disappear and you'll go back to your Atma.
Oh, okay.
That is a really good question.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna, Machati.
I just want to know, what is your age?
My age is 10 years old, Machati. I joined Bhakti Sangha when I was probably 9. Oh, just this summer. Yeah, I joined just this summer. So when I joined, I was still 10. So I'm 10 years old, Machati.
That's amazing. I'm really happy to get to join this class. and it's my first one to join, and I'm very impressed by the presentation that you've given, and your answers to all the questions for the kids as well as adults have been very crystal clear. So I certainly want my daughter to also attend these classes. We are having a time difference at the moment because I'm logged in from India. So it's midnight here. But is there any other classes with other timings that we can attend?
Oh, yes. No, she was coming in.
Hare Krishna Mataji, what time zone are you in? Or Priti Vilasini Mataji, do you want to brief about it?
No, I know.
Hare
So
Krishna.
Mataji, currently I'm logged. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. Which time zone, Mataji?
Mataji, so I wanted to know 2 time zones, one from India and the other one from Australia.
Okay, I'll let you know.
No worries.
So 4 a.m. Monday in Australia, it says. That is 1 p.m. Sunday for us, which is happening now, is 4 a.m. Monday in Australia.
Yeah.
And in India, it is 11:30 p.m. Sunday in India.
Yes. So Mataji, sorry, I'll have to rephrase my question. I wanted to know if there are any other classes on other time zones, because for India as well as Australia, it becomes, it's not feasible to join, especially for kids. Maybe adults can, but for kids,
But
I think it would be, yeah.
Yeah, so we do have, the rest of the classes throughout the week that happens for us in the evening, and it would be morning for in India. This is the only class that happens so late because it is the
Sure.
weekend. But otherwise, Monday to Friday, the classes are much earlier, and you should be able to log in India timings. So you can follow whichever group you are. We'll send you the detailed, timings of that particular group in the time zone.
Sure, Mataji,
Thank you.
that'll be great. Thank you very much. Thank you once again,
Thank
Krishna Chaitanya. I'm very, very pleased to be a part of this group. Hare Krishna.
So you are
Hare
in
Krishna
what?
Mataji, yeah. Go ahead, Mataji. Are you in the WhatsApp group? Because in the chat, I'm just
Yes,
sending the
Mataji.
link. You're there. Okay, no worries. Okay, thank you, Mataji.
I'm in the Govinda new 7 to
Okay.
10 age group.
Perfect, Mataji. Perfect.
Mataji, I don't have to join a new group.
Sorry. If you're there in the Govinda, group, then you will see all the notifications. So you'll get an idea of when the classes are, as Mataji has said.
No worries, Mataji. I'll have a look again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mataji. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anjana Gopika Mataji, you can now take over for the items.
So much, everyone. Actually, last week we didn't have class, but you can recite. I sent the Kunti prayers only 2-3 sloka, last slokas, because if we go all the sloka, it will take longer time. You can do last week other sloka we didn't teach. Kunti prayers or anything you can 1-2 sloka kids, Damodar kids, they can do. And then I also request for Damodar kids till 10 sloka they can make a video, if you already know, whoever know, they can make a video also. Damodar and Govinda or Madhava, anybody. We can do here 2-2 sloka. Yeah. From Damodar group, we have, yes, Balram and Subhadra, Rishikesh, Vrinda, Janvi. Anybody is there? Please let me know, or you can raise your hand. Mataji, can Balram and Subhadra? Yes.
Yeah. So all the Damodar kids, if you raise hand, we will first take the Damodar kids, 1 shloka per child, and then we'll move on to the Govinda, then the Madhava. So first I request all the Damodar children to raise your hands. Raise your hand means not physically raise hand. There is a raise hand button here. You'll have to click on that raise hand button, okay? So we are going to start with the first child, that is Subhadra and Balram. Mataji, you can start.
Yes, go ahead, Balram.
Because there are so many kids to see.
यदा ऋषिकेश कलेन देवकी कंसेन रुदाति चिरं सुचर्पिता विमोचितं च सुमत्मजातु तये वनाते पूर्विपद्गना विषान्माग्रे पुरुषाददाशन रसा सभाय वनवासकृत्सदा मृदे मृदे अनेक महारथास्त्रतो द्रोण आसुता चस्मा हरे अभिरक्षिता विपद संतुता शाश्वत तत्र तत्र जगद्गुरु भवतो दर्शनाय सत् अपूर्णं भवदर्शनं जन्मैश्वर्य शुचिशीभि एदमाना मदा पुमान.
Mataji, what is the next line? We forgot.
Never hatya avidatum. Nahi. Janmaishwarya sruta damana mada. Never.
Dwamkinchana.
Go for it. Thank you, Balram. Thank you so much. So, you want to go? You want to go?
Mataji, he wants to say a rhyme. Can he say the rhyme? One rhyme?
Yes, he can say the rhyme, Mataji. Subhadra, you can do the rhyme.
Subhadra, do the rhyme. Okay, say the rhyme fast. There are too many kids.
Blue and green, and his mother and the queen. There is to Krishna never stops because she gives us fruits and crops. Let's all pray to her to get closer to Krishna. We will make her happy and chant the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Balram and Subhadra. Okay, thank you so much. Who is there? Rishikesh is there. Rishikesh, do you want to do? Go and share the slika.
Visan Mahagne Purushat Darshanat Asat Sabaya Vanavashi Kuchita Mrude Mrude Aneka Maharatastrato Grauni Asratas Chasma Hare Abhirakshitaha Vipada Santita Sasvat Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru Bhavato Darshanam Yatyat Apunar Bhavadarshanam Janmaiswarya Shuta Shrivi Vedamana Madapuman Naivarhatya Pidatum Vai Swama Kinchana Gocharam Namo Akinchana Vittaya Nivritta Guna Vrittaya Atma Ramaya Shantaya Kaivalyapate Namaha Manye Tvam Kalam Ishanam Anadinidanam Vibam Samam Charantam Sarvatra Bhutanam Yanmitakarihi Naveda Kaschit Bhagavam Stikirsitam Taveha Manasyam Nrinam Vidambanam Narisya Kaschit Daito Asti Karhichid Dvesyascha Yasmin Visamamatir Nrinam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Rishikesh. Thank you so much. Mataji, Brinda want to go, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I want to put my video.
Yes. Brinda.
Yata Rishikesh.
No, Brahma.
No problem, sir. Yata Rishikesh.
Yata Rishikesh Gale Devaki Kamsena Narijanam Jujarvira Simorina Hamsa Jahan Javema Tayevana Dena Vivarvibhadgana Visan Mahane Pudushaya Darshanat Adat Sabaya Havanavasa Krishita Hrude Hrude Maha Yatasmada Droniya Sadastyaspa Hare Burakshitaha Pipadzandu Sasasva
Tatra tatra jagadguru bhavado darshanaya satvat apunarvava darshanam Jannaishwariya Shudashi Ramana Madapumat Nalbalatya Vidadumbai Twama Kinchana Goshara Namo Akinchana Kittaya Nuvruta Gunavittaye Atma Ramaya Santaya Kalvalyapataye Namaha Mandevam Bhalamishanam Anavidanam Vivum Samam Jarandam Sarvatra Bhutanam Yanmita Kalihi Naveda Kishid Vamstu Kirshita Davehamana Okay. Mataji, she is not getting that last sloka.
Yeah, that's fine, Brinda. Then you want to go? You can do one rhyme, first rhyme. Tulsi.
Tulsi leaf on top of Krishna's feet. Tell me the names of the 8 gopis. Alita Vishak, Indra, Champakalata, Tungavedya, Devi, Rangadevi, Radharani is the chief gopi.
Namo Kinchana Vittaya.
Namo Kinchana Vittaya. Namo Nivrita Guna Vittaya. Atma Ramaya Santaya. Kaivalya Pataya Mamaha. Manyatum Kalamesanam. Enadam Nidanam Babu. Nantam Sarvatra. Kali. Najaya Kastir Bhajan Sakirchatam. Tave Hamanasya Manam. Eva Kastit Baito Adstit Karhachid Twaisasya Yasmin Visamamatirnina.
Thank you so much, Janavi. Is there any Damodar Krishna?
Vrinda wants to say one small rhyme.
Yes, Brinda. Go ahead, Brinda.
Prabhupada can do a mega bida drums of books. He chanted Hare Krishna. We all kept quite good. Prabhupada, we love you. Prabhupada, save us. Sing Hare Krishna is the truth of that he gave us. Prabhupada, we love Prabhupada, save us. Chanting Hare Krishna is the process of that he gave us. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much. We actually Subhadra didn't. Mataji is okay. Subhadra want to share, or we can move to the Govinda Mataji.
Subhadra wants to share. What do you want to share?
Sloka. Do you want to share the sloka? We can share.
Shri Bhagwan Vacha. Maya Vish. Chul. Karo.
Shi Vadasiyat Yatapasasi Konteya Tatra Tatkurushamadharpanam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji. We can move to the. Please let me know if any Damodar kids is there. Otherwise, we can move to the Govinda kids. And then I also request to the kids, if you want to share the sloka, you can just share the latest sloka from Kunti prayers. Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. Please take over the call, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. Hare Krishna, Govinda kids, you can please raise your hands. You can please raise your hands so that I will know that I can unmute you, or like you can go. Ashutosh, go ahead first. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm saying
On your video if you are okay with that.
So wait, can I say Bhagavad Gita version?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirvati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham Patram pushpam phalam toyam evam yovedi dattata dakadeham punarjanam punarjanam neti mameti. So Arjuna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Thank you so much. Next, Samskriti. Please go.
Nishan Mahagne Purushartha Darshana Rasat Sabaya Pranavasa Vidyan Neka Mahamashriya Shutafi Bede Mana Madapuman Daivya Hatya Tumbai Sama Kinchana Gosaram Namo Kinchana Vittaya Namo Kinchana Vittaye Atma Ramaya Santaya Kaivalya Patahe Namaha. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Samskriti. Next, Gita. Do you want to go? Who is that?
Hare Krishna Mataji. My daughter is 4.5 years old. She is new to the Damodar group. She wants to sing a Krishna rhyme.
Sure, she can go ahead, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, little Krishna? Little Krishna? Morning bells are ringing, different birds are singing. Hari bol, Hari bol.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. What's the kid name, Mataji, once again?
Manmai Krishna.
Manmai Krishna, very good job. You are in the summer camp. Did you join our summer camp classes?
Actually, she was watching recorded videos since I could not join at that time. But she was watching recorded videos, Mataji, on the Facebook. But she's in the Damodar group, yeah.
Okay, very nice to know. Thank you, Manmai Krishna. You did a good job. Thank you so much. Please try to join our now. I think so. It is posted in the group. You can check the now timings, and then you can please join the call if it is possible for you.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
With Manmai Krishna. Thank you. Welcome to the group. Krishna, you wants to go next?
Mataji, Mary gets actually say her. Mataji? Oh, that is.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, go ahead.
Go ahead. Hare Krishna. I'm going to tell one sloka. Hare Krishna, Kanachino, Dino, Bandujaka, today, Kanta Rada, Kantana Machate. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. How old are you?
6.
Okay. So you are in Damodar group?
No, Ganda.
Okay, nice. Thank you. You did good job. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, he will turn 7 in August, so he will be in Govinda group, right?
Yes, he can be in Govinda class. No worries. He can even join Damodar also if he likes.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you.
Who is there anybody remaining from Govinda class? Okay, is there any Madhava age group want to present that they learned from the classes?
Monish wants to go.
Yes, Monish, go ahead, Monish.
Evam jatuna samnatvam me chanadepa nacheva na bhavishnamaha sarve vayam mata param janmai surya sasti bhi edamana madapuman naibarabhya tumvai tamakinchana gocharam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Monish. Thank you so much. Is there anybody remaining from Govinda group? that they would like to present, even from the exam that they learned?
Mataji, I would like to say.
Yes, Prahlad, go ahead. If you would like to come on video, you can please come on video.
Yata Rishikesha Kalena Devaki Kamsena Lodhati Chiram Sucharpita
Vimotitaham.
Vimotitaham cha saha Majavibo Vayaivanatena Mahur Vipadganat Vishan Mahakne Purushada Darshanada Satsabaya Vanamasu Kritrataha Mide Medene Kamaha Anatastato Brownias Trita Chasa Hare Virakshitaha. Thank you.
Thank you, Prahlad. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was so nice. Is there anybody remaining from Govinda class?
Kartik.
Yes, Kartik, go ahead.
Narsimha Kavacham Rakshe Praladev Nuanitam Pura Sarva Rakshakaram Punyam Sarvopadravarnasanam Sarva Sampadkaram Chaya Swagamoksha Pralayakam Yatvanirsimham Devesham Nemisimhasanasmitam Vivirtasyam Trinayanam Shravanindhu Samaprabha Lakshmyalingita Vamangam Vibhubihi Rupasitam Chaturbhujam Komaranga Swarnakundala Shobhitam Shiyashu Shobhita Skam Ratnakeyuramrudritam Taptaka Chanashankasham Pita Nirmalavasasam Indradisuramolishka Puramalikya Deeptihi Virajita Paradvandu Shankachakrahi Pibi Karutmata Chavinaya Puyamanam Madanam Swarit Kamala Sambasam Kritvato Kavacham Pate Narsimho Mish Shiropatu Lokarakshasma Sambhava Sarvakopi Stambhavasa Phalame Rakshatu Narsimho Medishaupatu Soma Surya Vilochana Smritim Me Patu Narahari Varya Stuti Priya Nasam Me Simha Nasastu Mukam Lakshmi Mukha Priya. Thank you, Mataji.
Mataji, can I say? Mataji, can I say?
Wait, Vrinda, you will get it on. Kartik, thank you so much. Kartik, yours was so.
Can you give me Mataji, please?
Okay, wait. Kushi, go ahead, Kushi. Is that Kushi or who wanted to go? I did not hear properly.
Vrinda.
Mataji, can I go?
What's your name? What's your name? Mishti or Kushi? I don't know. I could only hear, can I go? Yes, please go ahead, whoever it is.
Mishti, it is Mishti.
Yes, please go ahead. Who was that? Please go ahead.
Mishti, please go ahead, Mishti.
It wasn't me, Mataji.
Okay. Mishti, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
It was not
Okay.
Mataji. Somebody else's voice.
Yeah. No, it's someone by the name. It says Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj Ki Jai.
So, is there anyone else who wants to go before the Madhava kids start?
Mataji, Vrinda will tell only 2 verses from Narsimha Kavacham. Mataji. Tell Narsimha Kavacham.
Okay. Can I on my video? Somebody can spot me or what? No, let me spot myself, please.
Okay, tell Narsimha Kavacham first. We don't have much time. Vrinda.
Okay. Narsimha Kavacham Vakshe Pralladinodidabura Sarvavakshakaram Punyam Sarvobhadravanashanam Sarvasamkatkara Sarvamoksha Pralayaram Yado Narsimham Nejam Eva Sinmadanastitam. Thank you, Buddha.
Thank you, Vrinda. That was very nice. Is there Madhava if you would like to go?
Hare Krishna Mati, this is Krishna. Can I say?
Yes, go ahead, Krishna.
Okay. Janmakshara Shuta Shibir Edamana Madapuman Naivarhati Abidatum Vai Twama Kinchana Gocharam Namo Kinchana Vitaya Nirtagana Ritte Atmanaya Santaya Kaivalaya Pate Nama.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you so much. Is there anybody from Madhava class?
Veera Mahavishnu.
Who is that? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ugram Veera Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Nasimham Bhishanam Badram Mrityor Mrityam Namamyaham.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are from Govinda Group Age?
Yes.
Okay.
Mataji, Asra will go share the sloka.
Yes, Mataji, please. Asra, go ahead.
Namo Kinchana Vittaya Nirvitaguna Vittaya Atmaramaaya Santaya Kaivalyapataya Namaha Manyatam Kalameshanam Manadinitanam Vibhom Samam Charantam Sarvatram Bhutanam Yanmite Kali Naveda Kashchit Bhagavamshcha Keshitam Tave Manasya Nirnam Vidam Vanam Nayasya Kashchit Jayatoshchi Karhichit Vishashcha Yasmin Vishamamatirnunam.
Thank you, Asra. Is there anybody who would like to go next from Madhava? Is there any kid who want to present?
Machiti, I know the first sloka.
I'm going to unmute.
Okay.
What
is that? Okay? I know the first paragraph of Narasimha Kavacham Vakshe.
Yes, go ahead and say.
Okay. Narasimha Kavacham Vakshe Prahladenoditam Pura Sarva Rakshakaram Chaivam Swarga Mokshananashanam. Thank you, Machiti.
Oh, 158.
Mataji, can Hashwita try?
Go ahead.
Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam
Yo me bhaktya prayachati
Tadaham
bhakti upairadam asnami prayatatmanaha.
Thank you, Satvika. Satvika and thank you.
Hashita. Hare Krishna Machiri. Can you see Gopi Gita?
Go ahead.
Jaiti Vedikam Jimana Vrajaha Saita Indira Shashadatrahi Ekadikshita Dikshitavakat Rayasasavad Twam Vichimate. Thank you, Machiri.
Wow, so beautiful. How old are you?
How old are you?
I'm 5.
You're 5-year-old. What's your name?
What's your name?
Janavi.
Janavi. Wow,
Your
very,
head?
very beautiful you sang. Thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Anshu.
Okay, go ahead, Anshu.
Narasimha kavacham vakshe prahaladinonitam pura sarva rakshakaram punyam sarvopadravanasanam sarva sampatkaram cheva swargamoksha pradayakam dvatya narasimham devesham hemasimhasanastitam विवेतास्यं त्रिनयनं शरदिन्दुसमप्रभं लक्ष्म्यालिङ्गितवामाङ्गं विभुभिः उपास्थितं. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Anshu. That was so sweet.
Beautiful tune.
Thank you. Is there anybody would like to present anything before we end the call?
Yes, I would like to say one shlok.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Who is that?
One second. First, I heard one kid voice. I would like to say one sloka. Who is that? First, tell your name so I can get it.
My name is Shaurya.
Go ahead, Shaurya. Go ahead.
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम् ममावर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्य पार्थ सर्वशः.
Thank you, Shaurya. Thank you. How old are you, Shaurya?
I am 11.
11. Okay. You are in Madhava group?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Monish, want to say?
No, Mataji. No, Mataji. My brother wants to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Here is a temple.
We actually
It's called the the finger. Open the door and what do you see? Krishna says, and the two that the
Thank you. What's your name?
Padma Nimi Jana Depa Achayana Bhavisa Mama Matapal Satatam Ketayanto Mataka Budovata Sasama Batya Nichayutta Upasade Tosti Titi Bayaya Sati Leka Katibuna Nitya Durga Icharupa Apiyasaketa Govinda Mariputam Amma Amma Jami Kaunte Vacha Mate Putam Tayam Isatate Palam Te Palam Malas Sansate Bhutana Anasvariyalitam. No. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Little Krishna, morning bird coming and Gita singing. Hari bol, Hari bol. Annayan Chintayan Toma, Injana Upasate. Tama. Oda Sevam Balam Bayam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. What's your name?
Name is Bhavish.
Bhavish?
Bhavish.
Bhavish. Very nice. Good job. You joined Damodar class?
No, Mataji, he doesn't say it properly. When Monish learn, he wants to learn.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. He's very cute. So sweet. How old is he, Mataji?
Thank you, Mataji.
4 years, Mataji.
Oh,
I am sorry, sir.
very nice. You're saying very nice, Lucas. Good job.
Turning 5.
Yes. Is there anybody remaining that they want to present anything? Who did not get chance only?
Monish.
Okay. If everybody is done, we can end the call here.
Vrinda wants to say.
You already said, Vrinda. Be quiet.
I want to say,
Okay. Let's I would like to offer obeisances to all of you. Vancha kalpa tarobhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vriddhi ki jai.
Allah Sago ki jai, Shri Ramavari jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Hare Bal!
Damodar Govinda, Madhava Kids ki jai. Thank you so much everyone for joining.
Let's end the call.
Please join from Monday. All the classes are going to start. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Shubhri.
Thank you, Machati.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Machati.